Alright everyone, welcome back. Episode number 3 of the NHL 2004 Franchise Mode series. And in this episode, you know what? I started thinking about this a little bit, and I thought maybe we go grab a free agent or something. Maybe 2, actually, considering how low the team is currently and overall. This could only stand to help us. And plus, we're this far into it, and it's honestly kind of surprising that the amount of names that are still on the free agent list. So I thought bringing in Joe Nieuwendyk would probably be pretty good, and I think I'm going to bring in Sergei Berezin. Berezin's probably one of my all-time favorites in hockey, so I'm going to bring in Nieuwendyk, bring in Berezin, and I think I'm going to bring in a defenseman as well. I don't think I want to grab Mironov, but I'm trying to find a defenseman. Probably Lume here as well. Alright, so I've signed 4 free agents. I mentioned the 3 that I wanted to sign. I got all 3 of those guys signed, and I signed a goaltender. This was mainly due to the fact that, not that Hackett's been bad, but Esch, when we put Esch into the game, honestly, Esch has been pretty brutal. I figured, you know what, we'll go ahead and we'll trade, or I'm going to probably trade Esch in the future episodes. We'll leave him for now, because there's obviously no two-way system. There's no sending him down to the minors, anything like that. But what I definitely wanted to do was move Esch later on, maybe for just a depth forward piece on the team, have a solid goaltender with Hackett that can split games. Because if you recall, going back to the NHL 2003 franchise mode, we had a really good tandem of goaltenders, but at that point in the game, there wasn't really good goaltending that you could actually get. Now, 2004 is a big step up in terms of goaltender AI and ability to save pucks. At the same time, running a 83 or 82 or whatever Hackett is, he's not like a really good goaltender, but he's a decent one, with a very low 73 Robert Esch, because Robert Esch doesn't really take off until this season and next in the actual NHL. I thought it would be very important to have 2 goalies that we can rely on steadily throughout the season. I don't think I'm trading any one of these guys. I don't plan on it, at least, but if there's a deal that comes up that makes a whole lot of sense, I might. And that would be in terms of a deadline rental for sure. We're not just going to go trade any of these guys just for nothing. So if a deal comes along later on in the season that makes a ton of sense, that includes one of these guys, for sure. This, again, is just a 1-year franchise mode, so it doesn't really matter all that much. But for what we just did, we signed 3 players that are big names, not only names, but we really just shored up our depth of our team. Our team is already pretty good, but what we did was just make it that much better. So the first one I signed was Sergei Berezin. All these guys signed 1-year contracts, I should say, not one-way contracts. We don't have those yet, but 1-year contracts. So Sergei Berezin, 1 year at $2.9 million. Jyrki Lume, he's 36 years old. All of these guys are pretty much toward the end of their playing careers at this point. Lume in at $3.2 million for just the 1 season, of course. Joe Nieuwendyk, 37 years old. I believe in the actual NHL, he signed with Toronto this season because he had that big Game 7 against the Ottawa Senators where he scored the same goal twice on Patrick Lalime. But Nieuwendyk comes in, he signs for $6 million for the 1 season. And the last one, the big one out of this, Felix Potvin, the Cat. If you're a Leafs fan, you absolutely know who Felix Potvin is. 92-93 playoffs, he was a huge difference for them. I'm excited to get Felix because this is definitely towards the end of his playing career. I don't even know when he finished playing, to be exact. I just looked it up. He actually finished this exact season. So he finished with the Boston Bruins. So instead of being with the Bruins, he's with the Flyers. I believe both were free agent signings, so it makes a ton of sense. So with that in mind, we're now going to run a tandem of Felix Potvin and Jeff Hackett. Of course, to preface this, the players that we signed all came in with the same overall issues. So as soon as they got here, their potential and everything dropped. So running Hackett and Potvin, they're both, I would say, probably around 85 or 86 overall. Pretty sure that when I just went and signed Potvin, he was actually an 86. So he dropped 4 overall points when he got here just due to the morale, and they're not playing to their potential. But, of course, actually, if we drop back to the other screen outside of here, we did earn some experience points from the last few games. So, I think actually we earned some points for signing players as well. So that actually is very helpful for us. With that in mind, though, we're going to go take a look at how those players have been affected and what their overalls have dropped to since signing with us. So Nieuwendyk comes in and he's already dropped 8 overall points. His morale, as you can see, the rest of the team's morale is dropping slowly. Hopefully that picks back up as we win more, but still can't shy away from having Joe Nieuwendyk on the team just because he's a good veteran presence and a great centerman. Lume also down 8 points. Not much to say about that one. Bears in a 74. That's it for the 3 signings. And then, of course, we'll go take a look at the goaltenders. Potvin dropped down 5 points. And that's the same with Jeff Hackett, too. So both goalies are an 87, which is very impressive. If we can get them back up to their potential level, that's awesome. That's exactly where we want to play, where we want to have them at. That, of course, is going to take some time to get to, manage and all that stuff, which is kind of the beauty of this franchise mode. The first couple months of this are going to be, very much trying to get this team to play to their potential. And once they do, I think we're off and running. So now I'm going to go in, edit the lines, get those players into the lineup. I'm sure they're ready and raring to go. And yeah, we're going to get going with the Anaheim game. Yeah. I think that's it. We're going to get going with the Anaheim game. Oh, one last thing I wanted to go over just to make sure. Berezin, player jersey numbers. Berezin, of course, wearing his number 94. Lume wearing 25. I actually switched Lume to number 3 because this game is weird in that it will allow you to have multiple players the same number. So Nieuwendyk is obviously going to get number 25 because that's his number. Lume wears number 3. And I wanted to give Felix the Cat his number, so he actually switches his number with Todd Fedoruk, so he had 39. We switched him to 29 to have his, rightful number. I'm actually noticing, too, Keith Primo, our captain, is actually number 25, so we're going to actually have to switch Nieuwendyk. So give me a sec, I'm going to go look up any other jersey number that Joe Nieuwendyk wore. So I just went and looked up Joe Nieuwendyk's all-time, career jersey numbers, and it turns out he always wore 25. So we're actually going to let Primo change his number. So as a bit of a sign of respect in giving up his number, we're going to have Primo switch to 55, which was his other career number. Primo wore number 55 when he played in Detroit, Hartford, and Carolina in his career. Primo switches to number 55. Nieuwendyk gets to wear number 25. Again, this is only just for a year, so we don't really care much. But this team actually gets a lot better. I can't wait to see what this team is when it's full powered because they're going to be very, very good. All right, so the lines have been changed. We've inserted these players. So taking a look, nothing really changes on our top line. We still have Ronak, Amante, and Leclerc. Actually, I think that might have been Rucky before, so Leclerc's jumped up to the top line. Second line of Joe Nieuwendyk, Mark Recchi, and Simon Gagne. Third line of Michael Hanzus, Keith Primo, our captain, moves down a line, but he moves over to the wing as well. And then Sammy Kapanen, so 2 big, huge players with a very small Sammy Kapanen. And then on line 4, Berezin, Lapointe, and Brashear. And on defense, Desjardins, Ragnarsson, Kim Janssen, and Jyrki Lume. And then on our third pairing, we have Chris Therien and Jim Vandermeer. I think Vandermeer is actually new to come into the lineup as well. I don't think he was in before. There was somebody in the last episode who I was like, why are you even in? You're so low overall. And of course, Felix Potvin in the net for this game against the Anaheim Ducks. And we're going to kind of just go start for start and maybe go with whoever's hot in the net most of these games. So other than that, not a whole lot going on. I previewed Anaheim and Carolina in the last episode. Both teams are in the bottom, half of the league. I think they're both between 22 and 25. Of course, we're down there as well. But we're coming off a great win against the LA Kings, so hopefully we can, keep that momentum going, get a win with Felix Potvin's first game in the net, and of course, Nieuwendyk, Lume, and Berezin's Flyers debuts. So with that in mind, let's go get in and play the Anaheim Ducks. All right, the game against the Anaheim Ducks underway, and 2 big things. One is that this is obviously a kind of a shell of and immediately, wow, first shot for Potvin, lets it in. This is kind of a shell of the team that went to the Stanley Cup final a year earlier. Lots of the pieces are still there, but it's definitely a different team. Oh, a huge hit. Now, the other thing, too, is we're facing J.S. Schead. And that's big in that Schead is one of the top goaltenders in the game. The thing about... oh, my God. What I'm noticing already is Fedorov is speedy as heck in this game, man. He is so fast. Oh, good stops by Potvin so far. Oh, almost a chance for Newendijk there. Oh, another chance. So far, I'm really liking Lume. He's been very good. There he is again. He's been very speedy. He's good with the puck as well, so... Oh, what a hit by Roenick. Jeez. There's Lume. He's way too tired at the end of the shift. Oh, gets that blocked. There we go. Oh, man, look at that. Giving him right back. So that is the end of the first... Honestly, other than the first shot going in on Potvin, that was a very good period for us. We actually came back and, battled back very well. We're going to go with the second, and hopefully we can get a goal back in the column. The unfortunate aspect of it is that we are dealing with a goaltender who's one of the best in the league. Oh, Monte. Oh, nice chance. Oh, Leclerc. Oh, he was in behind him. Roenick. Oh, good chance. Man, Jaguar is good. There, that's offside. Can't believe that got called, and then that one on Ragnarsson the last game didn't. Oh, man, Gagne in all alone. Nice chance. Oh, Newendijk almost had one. We're getting some opportunities, that is for sure. Oh my God, Fedorov's so fast. Dude, I don't want to see Fedorov with a hero thing on. He is probably just ripping around the ice. I changed this to manual line changes for this game, and I feel like I have to literally skate my players to the bench. Nice hit. I feel like I have to manually skate my player to the bench to make sure that they get off. All right, Newendijk out of the box. What? All I know is I got a goal. Okay, so I'm assuming the puck... I'm going to replay that. I got to replay that. So, Terrian... Okay. Clearly that's a little bit glitched. Yeah. Alright, whatever. We'll take it. I'm not going to worry about it too much. But we got a goal. A nice cross crease. Chris Terrian in front. He scores. We're tied 1-1. Oh. Oh. Oh, Chris Terrian there again, looking for a... So the end of the second period, we are tied 1-1. We got that goal back with Chris Terrian, even though it looked a little weird. Surprising to me that Anaheim actually has 21 shots on it. Doesn't feel like that much, but Potvin's definitely been good. Dude, I've liked Ragnarsson, too. He's been real good on the hits. Oh, nobody there. Yes! We got that little rebound goal, and Amonte's got his second back-to-back, too. He had a goal in the... he had the first goal in the LA game, and now he's got the go-ahead goal here in the third against Anaheim. A little tie up there. Oh! Nice chances. Oh! Of course, Fedorov is right there to tie up the game. Can't blame Potvin at all. He kind of got hung out to dry. I don't know where Gagne is going. Come on, man. So if we can get that hero line out there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Mike Babcock. So after regulation, 2-2. Fedorov's got both their goals. We had Amonte get a goal there as well. Yeah, 2-2 into overtime now. So I think this is still going to be the same sort of aspect. Hopefully we can... We don't get scored on here immediately. Oh, we almost did. As 2003, where we play the 5 minutes, and I'm realizing now that the 5 minutes is 5 full minutes. Here we go, a breakaway. Oh man, look at the AI defense layout for that too, eh? Oh man, what a passing sequence I just had there. And wide of the net. Still in there. Final minute here. There we go. Get this puck out. It's Gagne. Again. Gagne. Oh, all over them in this overtime period for sure. Why is Eric Desjardins off the face-off? Oh, off the post. And that is how this one's going to end. I believe that's a tie. I don't believe the shootout's a thing. Yeah. So, Jaguar, we get our first tie of the mode. So, the 3 stars, of course, of the game. Fedorov definitely deserved the first star. Pretty much their whole offense, but man, he's crazy. Of course, Podfan stops 38 of 40. He deserved the second star. He had a really good debut. And then J.S. Jaguar stopped 28 of 30 as well. So, a tie game here, which is not a bad way to get a point. Keep moving forward a little bit. So coming off the tie against the Anaheim Ducks, of course, we're going to go play back at home against the Carolina Hurricanes. I don't think I'm going to change up anything. I'm not going to put Hackett back in the net because Potvin played so well. Other than that, there's not much to preview. We kind of did preview Carolina beforehand. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm trying to see if maybe they had a recent game or like an injury or something that comes along on the ticker on the bottom. But nothing's come through yet. Yeah, no discernible news coming through on the ticker at the bottom that would, indicate anything about the Carolina Hurricanes. So we're going to get into the game and play back at home against Carolina. So yeah, looking at their record as we came in, they're now 3-3-0, so I think they won their last game. And whoa, Sean Hill right off the bat. So both games, Potvin's let in his first shot, so hopefully that's not a trend that keeps up. You gotta sit right in front of the goaltender in this game for him to cover that puck. Roenick, no points through the first. I know we haven't scored much, but he's supposed to be our best forward. He's not done much on the offensive end. Ooh, probably gonna do it. Yeah, that's gonna do it for the power play. So our power play still remains. I don't think we've scored on the power play yet. Oh, here comes Gagne. Oh, off the post. The second Brashear steps on the ice, there's immediately a fight prompt. So that'll do it for the first. Down 1-0, of course, after 1, but shots 10-8, not too bad. Hopefully we can get on the board in the second period. We did have good chances. It's more so, I think, that Carolina's playing some pretty good defense in front of us. Oh, nice chance by Desjardins. Oh, Desjardins is such a nice chance. Man, Kevin Weeks is pretty good in this game. He's been really good so far this game, too. Ron Francis. Seattle GM. Good lord, Kapanen taking a beating everywhere on the ice. Go Brashear. Oh, he gets hooked. Well, that's going to do it for period 2. You know what? We're starting to come back in the game. I think we outshot them about 7-2 in that period, or 7-3 in that period. But yeah, we just got to get one past Weeks, and hopefully it's coming. We have not played a bad game, though, that's for sure. Kapanen. Oh, my God. We're slowly getting there. I feel like it's coming, but we're running out of time very quick. Here we go, Desjardins. Oh, my goodness, man. Week is on it so far this game. He really is. Oh, we cannot get this puck right now. We just can't control the puck at all at this point of the game. I don't think we've had steady control of this puck for... And Recky's extremely tired. Like, we need Recky off the ice. We can't get the puck back at all off these guys right now. But other than that, we have not held this puck at all, and that's been such a problem. Like, that's the first time we touched the puck in, I think, a minute and a bit. And it's almost immediately turned over again. And it is. I gotta take a timeout here. Hopefully it'll allow me to. Oh my goodness, guys. Get the puck. It's honestly, if we might have a chance if we can just corral the puck at least once in the last 3 minutes of gameplay. I don't know. Everything was brutal in that final sequence. Just upsetting. Just that whole last, 3 or so minutes of gameplay. We couldn't grab the puck. But a 1-0 loss to the Carolina Hurricanes, and we'll go out and we'll do a little bit of a preview for the next 2 games. Alright, so next episode is going to contain 2 home games, one against the Montreal Canadiens and the other against the Florida Panthers. Montreal sitting 5th in the league at this point of the season. I'm surprised Phoenix is actually top of the league, even though they beat the crap out of us earlier. 5-2-1, 21 goals for, 17 against so far. They're pretty good at home, but they are on the road against us. And the other team, Florida, let's see, they're sitting 12th. 3-2-2-2. A lot of makeup points coming from ties there. I don't believe there's any loser points, so that's pretty much the only way they're getting it. 20 goals for, 21 against, and they're a little bit worse on the road. So hopefully that translates into us having some competitive games with them. Still not over that last sequence of the last few minutes of gameplay there against the Carolina Hurricanes, but it is what it is. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, any support that you guys can give me is just fantastic. Thank you guys so much again for watching and taking the time out of your day to watch this stuff. It really is just me screwing around with video games in between, when hockey's actually on, so I do appreciate any enthusiasm towards the series. Yeah, I think that's going to do it. There's not much. We did that little bit of a preview for Montreal and Florida, so remember to like the video, comment anything down below that you'd like to see, or maybe talk about those free agent signings that we just went through. Of course, I think I probably should address the free agent signings on the way out. Nieuwendyk was okay. Lume was probably so Berezin didn't get much playing time, so he's like the bottom tier of that. Nieuwendyk was probably third because he didn't do a whole lot. He had a couple chances. But otherwise, the second best was probably Lume. He was really good in the first game. He was okay in the second game. And of course, Potvin. Potvin played fantastic. It'll be nice to, hopefully that translates into some wins going forward. Just having a steady duo of, I can play Potvin one game, put in Hackett the next, and not really see too much of a change. The hope, of course, going forward is that, having two goaltenders is actually an advantage, not just, kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Trying to stop the bleeding, I think, is at this point of the season. I think we're like 4 or 5 losses in at this point. So, yeah, we need to turn it around quick here because we're going to get buried in the standings. And hopefully within, the 20-game mark, we've got like 10 wins. That would be a nice goal to have. That would also mean we got to start playing really, really well over the next 10 to 15 games. Anyways, that will do it, everybody. Please remember to like the video, comment anything you'd like down below, subscribe to the channel, and share this wherever you'd like. I will see you guys on the next episode.